back to the Razorback Rundown Show with Coach Ford. Coach Ford, a great Friday night of football against the Hackett Hornets last week. I thought the kids played well, a lot of effort shown. Can you tell us a little bit about a recap of the game?
Yeah, we started well. We had a couple things early not go our way. Had a little miscue with the officials, cost us an extra down. Not an extra down, cost us a fourth down. We got 1, 2, 3, and then they turned the ball over to the other team. And unfortunately, Hackett scored on that drive. You take that away, we made a little mistake, fumbled inside the 5, I think it was. That's another opportunity to score. Had an issue again inside the red zone. I mean, we clean up those mistakes, we win that ball game. I thought the kids played really, really hard. I thought everybody was improved, and looking to build on that for this week.
Right. I know it's been said, I was actually talking to my dad the other day about the game and just how much better that we played as a team. And he mentioned that your biggest improvement kind of goes from week 1 and week 2. What do you think some of the success of the improvement from week 1 to week 2 has been? What have you done as a coach, as the team? What have we done to kind of get that improvement going?
I think game time preparation. Unfortunately, when you're going into week 1, it's hard to really know how everybody's going to respond in a game situation. And as much as you try to prepare for that, sometimes you miss out on a few of the finer details. Our biggest problem, I thought, in week 1 was just the way we structured everything, the way we were relaying in the formations and the plays and stuff like that took us way too long, way too much time. Guys would look at you and deer in the headlights. The way we're doing it now, we kind of require people to kind of be their own man and know their job, and we signal it in and they perform. They're not, relaying information. They're not waiting on anybody to tell them what to do. We're getting the guys in there that put in the work and know their responsibility.
Great. Awesome. I know it seemed offensively with the no huddle, it kind of created a little bit more of a rhythm for our offense. And as soon as we got going, we knew what was doing that. I think that's very important. So I think it was a good adjustment we made and that you made, and I think that's very good. I noticed this week, or everyone noticed, we kind of did a dual running back system with Caleb Brewer and Bledsoe back there. Can you tell me a little bit what made you think, what led you to that decision of having a dual threat running back in the backfield?
Well, first and foremost, it was part of Caleb Brewer lost 7 pounds in the game against Spyro between opening kickoff and the end. It's hot. It's been hot. I mean, we've been blessed this week with weather, but just having that two-headed monster, and I don't think it's going to stop there. We have several guys who are very capable of toting the rock, and both those guys are good hard runners. It's nice to be able to give somebody a breather and that you don't drop off that far to the next guy. Daniel Bledsoe, he ran the ball for us a lot last year, and he's a strong runner, a hard-nosed dude. I mean, he gets behind his shoulder pads well and comes downhill. Doesn't always have maybe the best vision left and right, but he sees it and he wants to run over you. It reminds me of Henry back at Alabama. He starts going down, he starts looking for that last guy to hit. So that's a good thing. Yeah. But it doesn't. He's not a breakaway guy, nothing flashy. He's just, if he's going A to B or A to C, you don't want to be B.
Right. Exactly. It's a good point. I know we kind of joked about we need to get him a neck roll so he can be like Mike Allstott. That was the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer player.
Those guys are fun to watch,
yes,
man.
They were. I do know the first 2 or 3 drives, offensive line struggled, just getting the assignments more than anything. And I noticed once we figured it out, we kind of started rolling, and they kind of started picking up the blitzes, picking up the blocks better, which in return made our offense work better. What can you talk about the offensive line? What adjustments were made to make them get better in the second half, into the first half really, and then into the second half? They just blocked their butts off and really ended up having a really good game overall. But what adjustments were made that happen?
Well, you got to have an offensive line, and those guys are they're crucial to what we do. We have some guys who've been playing offensive line for a little while for us, and they do a good job. Biggest thing I think we did was come out, and maybe they were lined up not exactly like we thought they were going to do, like a lot of teams do, trying to be tricky, and it kind of messed with us early. I think that oh, coach, you said he was going to be here, but he wasn't here, so maybe we didn't follow our rules as much. And I think at halftime, the tough part for us is playing so much Iron Man football that we do, where the guys that are playing offensive line also play the defensive line. It's hard to make those adjustments during the game with them until halftime, because that coach doesn't get to see them. They go from one to the other. But once we got into halftime, I think we just kind of solidified what the rules were, explained to them, hey, just because this guy went here doesn't mean your rule changes. And I thought, like you said, I thought they blocked their hind ends off.
I did. I thought they had a really good game. We talked about it all week. It's more of we feel like we've come over the hump, and I know this Friday will be a good test for us to see how much we've improved, and hope we've improved even more with a game at Wilburton this week. Before we get into the game at Wilburton, I would like to talk a little bit about the defense. Again, Hackett, man, they had some athletes all around the field. We knew that going into the game. Just a very, very athletic football team, from a receiver, 2 or 3 receivers to a running back to a quarterback. That was pretty good too. And our defense has been good in 2 games. Play here, play there. It's a lot closer than expected. And with that being said, Coach, I kind of want you to talk a little bit about our defense. What was our game plan? How did we execute the game plan? Overall, how our defense played Friday night.
Well, our defense is awesome, and you have to have that. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you want to be good in high school football, you got to play great defense. And we're no exception. I mean, we play great defense here. We got hard-nosed, tough kids who like to come downhill and hit you. Yourself, Coach Magoo, who's our defensive coordinator, Coach Darnell, Coach Whitaker, all get together and do a great job prepping that game plan every week. And I think this year this week we knew they were going to have some cats. I think number 4, I think his last name's Hester. His dad, I think, is the AD. And they've had a load of them Hesters come through there, and they've all been good. He was another one. He was no different. He was a stud for them. They had several guys. The quarterback could sling it a little bit. Right. I thought we adjusted well. I thought everybody played well. I thought we covered well. Like you said, a couple things, and like I said, we don't make that mistake. We don't turn the ball over right inside the 5. That's a touchdown that we kind of gave them. We don't have that mistake. Maybe by the crew. It gives us another, because we're going in hopefully to score. It's anybody's ball game at that point.
Yeah, and I know, Coach Ford, you joke around with us all the time. How hard is it to play defense when all you got to do is tackle someone? And we kind of we didn't tackle very well on their kickoff return the first play of the second half. And you take that play away, and we're right there, even closer in it than what we were at the end. And I know tackling's been a big emphasis this week and wrapping up. And I know hopefully this week we tackle and get better in that. So speaking of this week, the Panama Razorbacks, we traveled to Wilburton to play a much improved Wilburton football team. Both teams looking for a win, us and them. And I think we're ready to go. But I kind of want to get your insights on this week. Talk a little bit about game plan and our plan of attack as we travel to Wilburton to play Wilburton this week.
Well, Wilburton's a good ball club. They're much improved. Coach Bullard over there, they do a good job. They've got a couple of athletes. They've got a couple of cats that can flat out go. One of them is his grandson, and he gave us some fits last year here at Panama. And big part of, I think, our game plan is going to be to try to contain him offensively. Of course, we always want to run the ball, and we've got the cats to do it. I think the offensive line, you're going to see them just keep improving every week. I think we have some guys that are still proving themselves as weapons on the offensive side of the ball, that we have a few that I know that people haven't seen a whole lot of yet this season, and they're just they're biding their time, waiting their turn, and they're ready. I think it's going to be a good showing for us. We do everything that we're supposed to. We stay disciplined. We play tough, hard football. We're going to be just fine.
Awesome. I know last week we talked a little bit about getting some young players some experience. And I mean, we rolled in a lot last week. We rolled in a lot of kids that maybe seen the football field for the first time on a Friday night. I just out of curiosity, your thoughts still rolling people in, getting them ready to go? Is that kind of what we're feeling?
Well, always feeling that. Football's one of those sports. I mean, you want everybody to play. We try to put the best 11 on the field that we can at all times, and we also want to reward some of these guys who have come through and stayed the course and spent all summer getting up 6 o'clock in the morning, getting to workouts, and been to every practice and played in every JV game, and get them that Friday night experience to where it's next man up, and we're rolling. And like I've said before, we don't we want to get to a point where we don't rebuild, we reload.
Right. Very good. And I know just the last thing I want to kind of visit with you or ask you about. Just the last thing I'd like to ask you about, Coach. Any players on our team that you would expect to have a big game this week? I know you want everyone to have a big game, but just based on practice this week, I think practice has been good. What are some of your predictions on players having a big game this week?
Well, I always hate to. I'm not a big single people out kind of guy, but I think Caleb Brewer and Daniel Bledsoe could have a big game. I think Ty Simpkins could have a big game. I'm looking for our offensive line as far as I think Darius is going to have a real big game. Jay could have a big game, and always our guards. Our center does a great job. I'm looking for him to, we had that one mishap on the snap last week. I thought that. What a championship way to respond that is.
Right.
I mean, you could go back there and hang your head, and you can hear folks, in the crowd, and like I said, you have something like that happen, there's two ways to respond, and I thought he responded the right way. I'm really proud of him about that. I'm looking for him to have a great game. Looking for us to have a great game on the defensive side of the ball. I'm excited about the game plan. I think we've got some stuff figured out. I think we've got people in the right position. You're going to see some fresh guys on special teams.
Yep.
That's going to be able to give guys, an offense or defense a break, and that's going to be crucial. The weather's going to be cooler.
Awesome.
It's getting football time, baby, and we're ready.
Well, I know, Coach, we're all looking forward to get our helmets strapped on, ready for a big game Friday night against Wilburton as we travel to Wilburton at 7 o'clock, kickoff time at Wilburton. The Panama Razorbacks will play the Wilburton Diggers. So please come support the Panama Razorbacks. And, again, kickoff 7 o'clock. Coach, thank you for your time, and we look forward to talking to you next week.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Made up my mind, trigger happy, don't stop. Reckless a fool, it's gonna sound like a pop. Small town, city dreams, now life is a scene. Gonna grab your attention, make it rain, make it rain. Grab your attention, make it rain, make it rain. If it smells like mafia, then you better light a match. Cause we roll a ghost blazing and we leave without a scratch. Who's ready, who's ready? Come and get it, who's ready, who's ready? Come and get it. Look at me now, look at me now. Check me out, look at me now, look at me now. Check me out. This is our town, got a whole set of rules, dangerous. New York City set of tools, going down Chinatown, Gucci plays Cartier. Too much Hennessy, got that West Coast fade. The left to right, left to right, tell me who's that back out of fight. Throwing down, oh back up, back up. Throwing down, oh back up, back up. Play your cards right, cause if you wanna fit in, we rolling high with the stakes and it's all bets in. Who's ready, who's ready? Come and get it, who's ready, who's ready? Come and get it. Look at me now, look at me now. Check me out, look at me now, look at me now. Check me out. Can I have your attention? Anybody listening? We're gonna paint this town red. Did you hear what I said? Can I have your attention? Anybody listening? We're gonna paint this town red. Did you hear what I said? Look at me now, look at me now. Check me out, look at me now, look at me now. Check me out.
Welcome to the Razorback Rundown. I'm here with two offensive linemen for the Panama Razorbacks. We got junior offensive lineman Hagan Rom, senior offensive lineman Adam Woodrill. They're going to take a little bit of time and answer some tough questions I have for them. We'll start with Adam first. Adam, I just got a couple questions. How you feel about this week going in, playing Wilburton? We're obviously 0-2, looking for a win. But how you feel about this week after watching film and practice?
I'm feeling pretty good. I know for sure our O-line needs to watch them backers, especially, was he number 5 or something like that? Yeah. Number 5, he's
pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, he likes going up there. He likes blitzing a lot.
Awesome. And hey, I'm going to ask you a similar question. What have you done personally just to kind of prepare yourself for this week to get Panama Razorbacks in the win column?
Yeah, I think linemen have came together. We've came together. We've watched film. We've talked about some stuff, and just like our other 2 losses, they've been really close dogfights, and we started working as a team like way more than we ever have. And I think Friday we're going to show out, work together, get a win.
Good. I like to hear that. It's always encouraging to hear you guys say working as a team and coming together. I know I'll ask both of you guys this question. We'll let Adam answer first, and then we'll let Rom. But the question I have, guys, is so after watching the Spyro film and pretty much the first quarter of the Hackett film, our offensive line, we kind of struggled there for those first 5 quarters of the season. But it seems like after that first quarter of the Hackett game, we kind of come over that hump. So my question to you guys is, what did you think it was? What do you think caused us to come over that hump and play really, really good? 3 really, really, really good quarters against Hackett, the second quarter, third, and fourth quarter. Adam, I'll ask you that question.
Well, I would say our communication with off 5 up front is a lot better than what it has been.
Good. Yeah, I think communication is a big deal, and I do think we are communicating. Rom, I'm going to ask you that same question.
Yeah, I think, like you said, communication and nerves and just kind of getting everything together, We watch film, but it's different going out there, We're trying to get used to everything. I think we definitely hook up second quarter, especially after half, but we need to be able to hook up, the whole game, start out the game hooking up, and I think we're going to do that tomorrow. So
Good. I'm excited about the opportunity that we have to get better, but also get in the win column. But my most excitement is watching the offensive line play and you guys play, because I really do feel like we are going to be over that hump this week and play hard. Last question I'm going to ask you guys, and we'll have some fun questions for the audience. But so I know, so tomorrow we actually have a no school day here at Panama. So my question for you guys is, what are you going to do to get your mind right, get your body right for tomorrow with the no school day as we prepare to play Friday night?
I'm personally going to wake up a little bit earlier, watch some film before we even get to the field house. Especially Wilburton's defense.
Yeah.
And watch them backers and what their D-line does and stuff like that.
Good deal. Sounds like good preparation for you. Rom, I'm gonna ask you the same question. What's your plan tomorrow as we have a no school day? Getting your body and mind ready to play on a Friday night.
Like you said, get in bed early, wake up at a good time, drink tons of water, so we don't cramp up tomorrow,
Yeah.
But watching film, maybe get there a little early, watch team film, get some stuff on the board, just get our heads right and go win the game.
So I'm going to ask you some fun questions now. Adam, who's your favorite NFL team?
I'd have to say the Cincinnati Bengals.
And why do you like the Cincinnati Bengals of all teams?
I don't know. Joe Burrow is a really good quarterback. He has a decent offensive line.
Yep.
The defense is pretty good.
Right. Good. Rom, I'm going to ask you the same question. Who's your favorite NFL team?
Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns?
Mm-hmm. If I say it's because Baker.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Maybe because Baker Mayfield went there.
Yeah. I think a lot of Oklahomans became Cleveland Brown fans when that awesome. And then let me ask you this, guys. I know Adam, he's on his path to graduate and all that. Plans for after graduation yet? Any idea what you plan to do? Just kind of waiting it out.
Yeah.
Rom, I know you're getting there. You're junior, still got another year here. But what are some ideas in the future that you have?
I don't really have much ideas right now. I definitely need to start, getting together, thinking about stuff. But I don't know yet. I'm just kind of just kind of stand still, you know.
Good deal. Well, I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate you visiting with me. I'm really, really looking forward to you guys. I know the fans are going to be looking for you guys, how much better that we've gotten from week 1. And we're going to go out there and get a win against the Wilburton Diggers. And so I hope you guys are ready to go. And I know you guys will be. Continue to communicate and play well. I'm here with Hagan Rahm, junior offensive lineman, Adam Woodrow, senior offensive lineman for the Panama Razorbacks. Come support these guys tomorrow as we play at Wilburton at 7 o'clock kickoff. Come show your support. And as always, go Razorbacks.